Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
SAS witness denies Afghan teen murdered. A former SAS soldier denies Ben Robert Smith murdered an adolescent Afghan prisoner who was seen shaking in terror before the war. Veteran is accused of shooting him in the head. The witness, codenamed Person 11, continued his evidence on behalf of his good friend on Thursday in the federal court about the final mission his troop conducted in 2012 in Afghanistan. Another comrade, dubbed Person 16, has previously testified that in November he detained Afghan prisoners in a Toyota Hilux and they were handed to Person 11's patrol commander Mr Robert Smith. Person 16 told the court in February he distinctly remembers a baby-face-looking young man with a patchy beard who appeared terrified. Barrister Nicholas Owens SC, representing the media outlets being sued for defamation, submitted the retired soldier would remember this prisoner. "Do you recall one of the prisoners you collected? Was distinctive because he was an Afghan adolescent or young adult who was visibly shaking with terror." "No, I do not," Mr Owens Person 11 said. He was then asked if the teenager was taken into a secured room by Mr Robert Smith, who allegedly shot him in the head. "That is not true." It was also submitted an AK-47 rifle was planted on the body to give the false impression he was armed at the time, but the witness rejected this. Mr Owens showed him a photographic document he said identified 3 prisoners detained from the Hilux and taken back to Australian headquarters at Tarin Kowt for further questioning. He showed another image of a 4th prisoner allegedly taken from the vehicle. Mr Owens said he was the Afghan adolescent executed. "No, I reject that," Person 11 said. "I put to you the reason there is no photograph of the second PUC taken from the vehicle is because that man was murdered by Mr Robert Smith in the compound. I disagree with that. A PUC is a prisoner, also known as a person under control." Mr Robert Smith is suing The Age, the Sydney Morning Herald and the Canberra Times over 2018 reports claiming he committed war crimes in Afghanistan, including murder, and acts of bullying and domestic violence. The 43-year-old denies all claims of wrongdoing, while the mastheads are defending them as true. On Thursday, Person 11 also denied the assertion he contemplated leaving Australia to avoid his 4th interview with the Inspector General of the Australian Defence Force. He did not intend to skip Australia but was considering sourcing work opportunities outside the country. The former elite soldier earlier confirmed that he declined twice to be interviewed by the Australian Federal Police, but denied he was trying to derail their investigation into alleged war crimes he is also accused of. It has been alleged that Person 11 executed a handcuffed prisoner named Ali Jan after he was kicked off a cliff by the Victoria Cross recipient during a September 2012 mission in Darwan. Both men deny all allegations of wrongdoing and say the dead man was a Taliban spotter lawfully engaged in a cornfield. Another witness, dubbed Person 4, who was best man at Person 11's wedding, has given evidence that in Darwan he witnessed Mr Robert Smith kick the prisoner off a steep slope. After hearing shots ring out, Person 4 said he observed Person 11 standing in a position to shoot before the radio was planted on the body. After these allegations surfaced, Person 11 said he cut ties with his former good friend and mentor, but denied he was angry or felt betrayed. The trial continues. Lifeline, the 13th of November, 14 Open Arms 1800 011 1046.